Time to fat test Living with the Land here at Epcot. Living with the Land is a slow boat ride letting you learn all about agriculture. And it sounds boring, but it is a cult classic here.
Waves are sweeping over the land. The approaching storm may seem violent and destructive to us, but to nature, it's a new beginning in the cycle of life. Beneath the surface of the land, roots trap water from the flowing mud, extracting precious nutrients and minerals. These elements, when combined with sunlight, create the diverse living systems of our planet. And is the rainforest, home to the most amazing concentration of life on our planet.
That's Garden Grill up there, which is a spinning restaurant.
A tiny portion of the Earth's surface, but they contain more than half of its plant and animal species. Rainforests are also extremely rich in productive living systems, providing us with oxygen, food, In the desert, nature has created a very different, but no less beautiful living system. And while this arid landscape may seem lifeless, it is very much alive. The plants and animals that have learned to survive in these harsh conditions make use of what little water they can find and avoid the scorching rays of the relentless. The American prairie once appeared as desolate as the desert, but over time, rainwater and nutrients gradually penetrated the hard surface of this land. Even the hooves of the mighty buffalo helped create the rich soil that would one day become home to the American farm.
It's Pluto. Pluto is playing with the dog. There's Mickey.
Of all the forces in our search for more efficient ways to grow food, we often fail to realize the impact of our methods. Today, we're learning to live with the land, discovering better ways to grow food that will assure both human and environmental well-being.
Need for chemical pesticides by breeding and using natural predators like ladybugs and wasps to control pests. In the farmland,
Respect the needs of the land. Some of the answers are being discovered just ahead. To help us maintain these carefully controlled ecosystems, and for your safety, please remain seated in your boat at all times. Where scientists from Epcot and the U.S. Department of Agriculture are exploring innovative ways to produce bountiful harvests now and into the future. The tropics are home to the greatest diversity of plants on the planet. Many of these are growing in less than ideal conditions. Some, like the water lily, thrive in wet, swampy areas and waterways. All parts of this plant, even the flower petals, are edible, popular fruit in the world. Fish farming, or aquaculture, accounts for nearly half of all the seafood consumed globally. Tilapia, bass, and catfish, like the ones you see here, are three of the more popular crops raised by fish farmers. The sustainable system we're using here produces bountiful harvests and still protect natural resources. While there are more edible plant species in the world, most of us are only familiar with the handful that make up our everyday diet. The common grains growing here, wheat, maize, sorghum, and millet, plus rice, account for nearly 2/3 of our global food consumption. Learning how to increase yields of these staples is an important goal of research around the world, reducing our reliance on conventional pesticides. We're growing these crops using our nutrient film system. Some of our best ideas have been inspired by nature, like these fruit and vegetable trees. By growing these ground plants vertically, we can increase yields and better control diseases. These The future growing system. Plants grown in this way use a fraction of the space required and increases production. The aquaponics system on your left combines hydroponics with aquaculture. The Finns are working with the U.S. Department of Agriculture on a number of innovative projects. Walt Disney World. We hope you've enjoyed this unique journey through our living laboratories. If you'd like a closer look, then check out the behind-the-scenes walking tour.
Living with the Land passes the fat test. And I do highly recommend doing the behind the scenes tour. It's a lot of fun. I've done it before. It's only $35. It's about an hour long. Highly recommend it.